Hello, beautiful souls. This reading is for those of you with your sun, moon, or rising sign in Aries, and it includes messages to help you navigate your next 2 weeks or 14 days. So this is also for those of you with heavy Aries placements as well, so you might find something in this for you. There is no timeline associated with this outside of whenever you see this, it is meant for you and it is related to your next 2 weeks or 14 days. And remember that this is a general reading for the collective, so you just want to take what resonates with you and then leave what doesn't for someone else. And to get started, I did pull a couple cards for you just to see your energy that you are going to need to encompass to get through your next 14 days or 2 weeks. And we have 3 cards and we'll start with those. First one is Third Eye Chakra. And this says, the frequency of the third eye chakra, the indigo flower of life, supports our intuition and our inner knowing, our imagination, and our psychic powers. Okay. And then you have truth with smithsonite crystals. And then we also have looking at the underbelly, and it says, be sure that you are using your time in the best possible manner. You might consider taking time to organize yourself, or perhaps a project you are working on could use some fine-tuning. Okay, so these are just the energies that you are going to need to encompass to be vibrating on your highest vibration. And we'll start with third eye chakra. So that is what it says, third eye. So I feel like you have a theme here of focus and opening yourself up and ensuring that your intuition is guiding you. So you are being asked with this third eye chakra to focus on that over the next couple of weeks as you move forward, because there could be some things that are happening around you that, well, you can use your intuition for anything that you do, obviously, but in particular, and I'm just going to look at this card really quickly because what draws me to this card is really the fact that this well is flowing under the light and is, to me, attracted kind of to the light, and you can see the light is really sort of the guiding point for this well. There's a couple other schools of fish and they have other things going on. So again, there's some stuff going on around you, and you are being reminded to just focus on your goals, your light, and staying connected with your source and intuition. And that is really what's going to guide you through circumstances that come up, or just situations that you have going on. And again, if you do have any particular activities, projects, things coming up, using your intuition and staying focused on your goals and accomplishments and achievements, just the outcome that you want essentially is what is really going to help you get through. So you may also want to, if you do have smithsonite, you may want to keep that near you, carry it with you. If you do not, then you are able to pull in that energy simply by asking for that energy to be around you, and for you to leverage the components, the benefits, and properties of that crystal. And this card represents speaking truth with love and compassion and without judgment. And asks, are you standing in your truth or power? So you have a theme already of focusing in particular on light and positivity and goals, accomplishments, things that are guiding you, essentially, like those positive things that you want to accomplish that are guiding you. And you're being asked to use your intuition and speak with love and light and truth. And as you do that, have compassion and understanding and empathy for those that you are communicating with. And then, again, using your intuition as you move through the next several weeks. So you have your intuition, focusing, and speaking your truth as your themes. All right, so let's get into your tarot messages. Okay. I want to keep these here. So let's see, I'll just put this here. I'm going to put this here. And then, where do I want to put this? Actually, I'm going to put this here. So, okay, so that's our little crystal grid. Okay, so we'll set that like that. Okay, all right, so we are asking Source for messages that will help our Aries get through the next 14 days or 2 weeks. And this is for you whenever you see it. Okay. And we're going to use like a Celtic inspired spread. So let's start with 2 cards looking at the central theme dynamic. Okay, so you can get 2 cards, please. Thank you. Oh. All right. Okay. Also see what's going on with you. Situation that you're going through. Okay. Alright. Then I'm just going to pull some more cards here. I'll get one more card, please. This is going to be how people and events are flowing through your life. One more card, please. Thank you. Okay. Okay, and then we're gonna pull 2 cards to look at the relationship between you and the situation, scenario, parties. We'll get 2 cards, please. One more card, please. Thank you. Alright, so these are not in focus, but I'm going to start here, and then we'll move them up. Okay, so you can see them. So, just looking at current situation, kind of central focus issue. So it's really looking like you having the capacity to move through the next period. So again, we're talking about a 2-week period here that we're looking for messages of support. And I'm seeing that you are really wanting this next period, and this is, you know, most likely true for everyone. Like, you want to have a positive outcome, you want to achieve goals, or you want to have sort of like this happy scenario play out, happy outcome. And I'm seeing that you're not as sure of that outcome, and that you are not, you're being asked to kind of step into your power. And so the Strength upside down, so we have the 10 of Cups upright, and the Strength upside down is really the challenge of you sort of getting to your 10 of Cups and having your fulfillment and abundance. So what is really standing in your way is you maybe feeling as though, you know, this is not possible, or just feeling like there's a lot of burdens and things going on, or that you're not really connected to a person or situation, scenario, project. Like, you feel a little bit disconnected and not as your usual strong self. So that really is something that you'll have to take a look at over the next 2 weeks. And remember, we had the recommendation to be focused and to use your intuition. And you also are wanting to pull out your strength. So just pull out all the stops to get yourself through the next 2 weeks. And again, that could be like just staying extra focused. Yeah, it's like you're not in sync with something, and that could really just be your outcome that you're trying to achieve. Yeah, so that's definitely going to be a challenge for you to stay focused and stay aligned with your intuitions. Like, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment, I'm hearing. So there's likely to be a little bit of conflict, and this could be internally or it could be externally, in your relationship or at work or in your family, friends. Yeah, I just see you trying to stand your ground and trying to persevere, but it is a little bit difficult, obviously. Also, I see that you really speaking up, right? And we talked about that earlier, but continuing to speak up. And if you haven't been doing that, that is something that you're being strongly encouraged to do, because you want to make sure that your voice is being heard. And I'm also kind of seeing with this 5 of Wands here that things are going in all of these different directions. So that's additional confirmation that there's a lot going on around you, and it could be really causing the unfocused and unrest. So there's maybe some talking going on, some different things going on around with people and folks. And it's really going to be important for you to decide how you're going to handle that and deal with that, and what tools you're going to use to get yourself through that. Here we have the Ace of Swords as well for sort of what's on your mind, what you're worried about. So I really feel like you are maybe stressing over how to communicate something, because I know with Aries you do tend to be sort of communicative and not just very straightforward in how you express yourself and communicate whatever it is that you desire and what the situation needs. So it's sort of like finding a balance as well between empathy with your communication and being direct and assertive, and ensuring that whatever party, the listener, receiver, really is aware of exactly what you think and what you need them to know, and you're communicating that in a way that is palatable for them to capture, get the information and react in the way that you want, as opposed to just maybe communicating something in not the nicest way, or without feeling or without considering others' emotions, because that's really gonna take you into a place where you're not going to get the outcome that you desire, and you may not get whatever it is that you're asking for or needing or wanting, all because of the way that you communicated your message. So this is really asking you, like, hey, if you do want to experience this fulfillment, this 10 of Cups, you want to realize your goals, you're really going to need, excuse me, that was my dog barking. You're really going to need to be on your game as far as, again, sort of making sure that what needs to be a priority is a priority, and then also that balance with the communication and your actions and engagement with people to ensure that you are getting the result back that you want. Okay, and then we have our Five of Swords for just your relationship between you and sort of like the external environment or other parties. And then we also have the Two of Wands as well. And that's, let's start with the Five of Swords. So with your Five of Swords, so I think you may also feel a little bit, both sides, right? Both parties may feel a little contention, because you do have sort of like this conflict and communication back and forth, people expressing their truths, and you're being asked and reminded of how to do that in a constructive way. So if you don't, you're going to find that you're not going to be greeted with the best response, or a constructive, positive response, right? So it's like, if you take it there, then that's really, you will dictate how the situation goes by the way that you address it and the way that you initiate it and start it. So if you stay in this conflict state and you don't communicate appropriately, like, you're really going to have some bad feelings that come out, and this could potentially be for you as well as for others. So this is the entire environment and what things are looking like. And you're probably going to find that if there's a decision that needs to be made, because again, if you're working on a project or a relationship, or this is family things that you're trying to do, things that you're trying to accomplish, you want to make sure that that decision goes in your favor, that you're doing what you can do to have that situation go in your favor, right? We all have free will, so people can say and do what they want to do, but again, for you to have the best outcome, you do want to take some of the other things that I talked about into consideration, okay? Because there will be a choice, and how that goes is sort of going to be based off of what that initial communications and those initial discussions and the ask was, how that conversation went and played out. Okay. And then we have our 5 of Pentacles and Judgment in reverse. So I do see, again, this is speaking more to how your scenario could potentially play out. You might, if you don't sort of take these things into consideration, you could be feeling left out in the cold. You could receive sort of like indifference. People could be indifferent to your ask. Yeah, so this talks about you have a choice sort of between alignment versus unalignment, and for you to get what it is that you're wanting or trying to achieve, it's recommended obviously that you be in alignment while you do that, and that really is going to consist of controlling like your emotions and temperament and communications, so that people on the end, the receiving end, and situations, scenarios are going to play out and align to how you and what you create and communicate. Yeah. So I think I pretty much that's good information. So I'm just gonna ask, just get a clarifier for why the Judgment is here in reverse. Again, I'm kind of seeing that. So what is this Judgment here in reverse? Can you give me one card, please? Thank you. Okay, yeah. Again, so it's kind of like how you approach the situation, right? So you can come in, assertive and just brazenly wild, and you're gonna be met with a response other than what you are looking for and want. Whereas if you sort of come in like approaching the situation from your intuition and with understanding and compassion, however, definitely being truthful and honest about what it is you need and want, and clear, then there is a chance. There is a chance. So it's really about you, right? You create your reality. So however it is that you create the scenario is going to play into the outcome. Okay. All right. And And speaking of outcomes, let's look at potential outcomes. Okay. And then one more card. Thank you. Amazing. Amazing. Okay, this came out. So we have the Ten of Swords and we have the Nine of Cups. Yeah, so if you are going to be able to release some burdens here. So yeah, so I'm just kind of playing out the whole situation here, right? So I think, again, it's about like you sort of being like in a spiritual place where you're connected with source and you are just in the right vibration. You're vibrating on a high frequency. And as you do that, the negativity is just really gonna melt away, right? And it's understandable. We all have just, our bad days and situations that we have to go through. But this whole reading is really about your attitude and how you approach the next 2 weeks, because there are going to be things that come up. And it may be something that you specifically need to ask for, or just conflicts in career or your working environment, home life, family life. And I'm not seeing anything significant. It's just sort of like your normal day-to-day conflicts, or maybe you're sort of going back and forth with somebody on a project and what direction to go in. Something like that. Just again, your normal day-to-day activities and conversations. But it's really, really, really so important that you are aligned with your highest vibration and you are connected with source and you are utilizing your intuition to communicate and to pull together, right, the words to constructively communicate to people. Okay. And as an outcome of that, you are going to feel freer. You are going to feel that you got, something off of your chest. And I do feel like in doing that, you are going to move closer to fulfillment and actually achieve these goals or work toward them in a more constructive, positive way, where you're going to gain some traction, gain some momentum towards that. So if there is, maybe you need money for your project, or you're trying to actually make a connection with somebody, just little things like that, those steps that are going to help you realize your goals, you are going to actually be moving forward in that direction, if not actually completely achieving your goals or a goal. Awesome. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna get some oracle cards here to close this up. All right, so this is a big deck here. This deck is huge. I did shuffle it before, so, don't mind my really bad shuffling on camera, so. Okay. So I'm actually going to split this in half and we'll take whatever messages come up. Okay, so what messages do we have for Aries? Thank you. Okay, and then I'm going to take do this, and then we'll see. What other messages do we have for Aries? Okay, thank you. Okay, oh, you have a lot of messages here. Okay, let's just take. Okay, thank you. All right. So we have a soulless, and that says some consist of the mind and body, no soul. Stay aware as beings roam the realm without the infinite energy of source and lurk to devour the energy that it lacks. Protect your energy, soul, source, as it is the key to that the soulness seek to still and destroy. Okay, so again, it's really about your attitude and how you approach the situation, because if you go in the direction of being negative or overly assertive, then you're essentially letting others control your emotions, and this is essentially saying that really that negativity that you put out is gonna be food for others. So if you don't want to feed others in a negative way, then you really need to focus on putting out that positivity and love in all that you do. Okay, we have the law of cause and effect. So I need to pull this up because I don't have my glasses on. So this says, it's a mutable law. There's two sides to everything. You must master your mental. Your 3D is your mental creation. Do not allow your outer world to determine your frequency. What you see is a direct result of specific action or inaction. Okay. This is the perfect card for the entire reading, because it's essentially saying what I've been saying here for the last half an hour. So you got it right there. Okay, it's all about the energy that you put out, how you communicate with people, and how you approach situations. So here we have I gotta pull this up too. In the name of balance, cut them or it's off. Don't feel guilty for setting better boundaries. And again, I do not have my glasses on, so don't judge me. I do know how to read. Where have you been overcompensating and not setting the boundaries necessary? Are they elevating your mind and aligned with your vision, or are they the distraction from these things? Time is money. Value it. And it says the answer cannot always be yes. And fuck you, pay me. Okay. All right. So again, this is I feel like if you do get an answer that is not what you were hoping for or wishing for, or the outcome isn't for your ask what you wanted, then again, it is still about how you react to that situation and how you continue to move forward. Right? So if this is related to career, if you've asked for something and were told no, or it didn't come through, you still have to be there for the time being, for as long as you choose. But while you choose to be there, your attitude is going to matter. It's going to matter. So don't think that it's not going to matter and impact and affect how you move forward. Okay. And this one says mind over matter, learning and applying, reading, researching, focus, feeding your mentality, Gemini, Virgo energy, searching for answers, intelligence. Syncs and signs in books, content research. Yeah, so there may be literature out there that could help support what it is you're working toward. So this is potentially a message for just someone in particular. Have you exhausted all of your resources as far as looking into things, or are you just sort of asking immediately for what you want? Like, have you looked to see if it exists, or that way has been done before, or there's information that you could pull together to help you in what you're moving forward to accomplish? Have you looked to see that? Let's see. We also have, they're focused on you, talking about you, watching you. That is why they are in your energy. You're the star of the show. Yeah, so I think also I got this earlier, and I don't know if I said it, but just understand that as you act in your daily life, that it is being watched, right? And that's for all of us. That's not anything crazy or new, right? People see at work how you communicate with others, and your kids see how you communicate with others in the family and with your significant other and partner. Okay, so my camera died there. My apologies. But as I was saying, just others watch how you communicate and how you interact, so just be mindful of that. Then we have time to move and travel, new adventure, foreign lands. Okay, so this could be for someone in particular, aligning more with your free-spirited energy. Be open to new journeys, risks, knowledge, traveling, and exploring. The answers are there. Yeah, so like I said earlier, if there's more research that could be done, if you haven't really done a lot of research, then you definitely want to consider that. There's a lot of information if you just Google, a lot of information out there, or YouTube, other platforms, so much information. Okay, and last we have, again, need to pull it up, don't have my glasses on, progressing, reassessing path or journey. Where you are today should be different from where you once were. If things are still the same and there is no change, there is no growth. Okay. So I think that what you can do is consider how things have happened in the past based off of how you interacted and engaged in situations and your communication, and just consider that as you move forward. And hey, do I want things to end up this way again if I just be, communicate something in this particular way, or do I want it to go this way or have a better chance of going this way? And I'm by no means saying that, oh, if you just be nice and ask for what you want, you'll get it. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that if you have the right attitude and the highest vibration and the best intention for what it is, and you've researched and evaluated and really considered it from many different perspectives, then you're much better positioned to get what it is that you do want. So, all right, that is what I have for you, Aries babies. So thank you so much for watching and allowing me to be part of your journey. Take care.